In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you step by step how to create a high converting website from zero to complete and ready to go. You can practically copy paste this and use it for yourself. And because of this website, you'll get more credibility from prospects, you'll create a better customer experience, and you'll turn more strangers into paying customers. Let's get into it. Many people have pretty looking websites, many people have all these designs and all this and that, but your website should have one goal: to turn strangers into leads so that you can turn those leads into customers. The website structure we're going to be following today is from one of the most followed people in the paid ad space. We're going to be using Wix.com's free website builder today. Take out a pen and paper and take some notes. Put our logo at the very top here. Keep it small. You don't need your logo too big. Right at the top here. This we're going to skip for now. Anyways, step 1, attention. Who are we talking to? So we're making a website for residential duct cleaners. So we're targeting homeowners in your area. So attention homeowners in Gunnison, Colorado. This is our attention piece here. Step 2, headline. 1 sentence, results driven. Before we make the headline, we need to answer these 6 questions. Number 1, who do you serve? Number 2, what problem do you solve? Number 3, what results do you deliver? Number 4, how fast can you deliver? Number 5, what is your guarantee? And number 6, what does the prospect not have to do now as a result of using your service? So this is what the headline should look like here. So you basically put those 5 questions together, and then the 6th question goes right here as the subheading. So what do customers not have to do now as a result of your service? Or what is a common objection without being upsold or having to deal with an overwhelming amount of options? So that's going to be right under it like that. Congrats, we're a third of the way through. Step 4, video or authority pics. So we can either take pictures of before and afters, pictures of you with happy clients, pictures of you working, doing a duct cleaning, pictures of you with an award if you have it, or you can make a video explaining your offer and directing them to take the next steps, to fill out the form or to proceed so that they turn from a stranger into a lead. Now you're going to have a call to action button right underneath that, so they either fill out the form or take the next step into becoming a lead. Step 5, bullet points or infatuations or a step-by-step process of your unique mechanism. So things we're going to include here: biggest key factors, time turnaround, and results to expect. So for the sake of this, let's make a proven 3-step process with 3 different bullet points. Now we're done with step 5, and it should look something like this. Step 6, put the most relevant testimonials that you have in this section right here at the top, because the most people will see them compared to the ones at the bottom. So put 3 to 6 relevant testimonials, and after every 3rd testimonial, add a button to where they can fill out a form or move forward, whether it's a free estimate or whatever you offer. Written testimonials and reviews are good, and video testimonials are great. If you have any video testimonials, put those here. So the next part, how I discovered the blank mechanism. It should look something like this. You tell about 2/3 of the story of how you got to where you are, how you started off, how there was struggle, and then how you had a revelation that greatly improved your quality of service. How you refined your unique mechanism, or how you perfected it it should look something like this. Talk about the one thing that really leveled you up to getting your skills to where they are now, and how you're excited to help as many people as possible, or whatever your goal is to do. End with that. And I haven't mentioned this, but you want to have a button scattered throughout the whole page so that nobody has to scroll back up to the top or all the way to the bottom to get in touch with you or to fill out the form. So, rough rule of thumb, have a button after every other piece or every other step that I've showed you here. Below how you refined it or perfected it, you're going to add more testimonials. You can add 3, 6, 9, 12. Make sure that they're good, make sure that they're relevant. But then again, the ones up at the top should be the best testimonials, the most relevant that you have. And then these ones at the bottom, they're your second tier testimonials, if you will. And now, below this, we're going to add FAQs. So, frequently asked questions. So, you can get these frequently asked questions either online by researching other companies' FAQs, or if you've had enough sales calls, if you've been in the industry long enough, just think to yourself, what are the most common questions that people ask about my service before buying? And what are the most common objections that I get on sales calls or over the phone? Like, what are your customers wondering, and what do your customers want answered before they buy? Include all those questions and answers in your FAQs. And then below the FAQs, you're going to put a call to action, clear call to action. You put your headline again, exactly what you offer in one sentence, and then a button for them to get in touch. Now, into the next step, we're going to talk about how do you design this bad boy. General rule of thumb, with your website, 80% of it is the wording and what you're saying. 20% of it is the design. The design should never outweigh what you're trying to convey. So the design should be complementing what you're saying. It should help people understand what you're saying. It should somehow inform the buyer more or move the needle in some way. If it doesn't do any of those things, get rid of it. If you have a fancy little iPhone picture with some little icons on it, like, delete that. If it doesn't move the sale forward or move the needle at all, it doesn't need to be there. We're not here to win awards, we're here to make sales. So this is the general rule. Going through here with the design, I'm gonna take out this background here. I think that's just a distraction. And we're just going to use a blank background here. Okay. And with your color scheme, you probably already have a color scheme. It shouldn't be red, blue, green, orange, yellow, all these different colors together. You should stick to one basic color and then 2 other colors that somewhat complement each other. So we already got purple going here. So let's stick with purple. So in our offer, is there any part that we want to highlight? We can highlight it in purple. So let's just say the result, breathe better in your home. Let's make that purple. Breathe better in your home. That's what we're doing. It pops out. Boom. It complements it. You can do that. Our proven 3-step process, 1, 2, 3. This is a little boring. We could add some icons here. So if we go over here, add elements, decorative. Here we go. We can add this little box here. So we add this little box. We're going to put the 1, 2, and 3 in. Three. There we go. Looks a little more pretty, a little more beautiful, not so boring. All right, we're gonna move down here. relevant testimonials. You could add a picture under like how you discovered the mechanism. Maybe put a picture of you and your team when you're first starting out, something like that. And then how you perfected or refined it. You could put a picture of your team now or you now and what you're up to. And yeah, that's really all we need for design. Like, design is not that important. At least that's what I think. So like, I'm not out here trying to win awards and win an art competition here with my design. So that's going to be it for design on this episode. Now into the next section here. Now we're going to need a privacy policy. We're going to need a terms of service policy. We're going to need to have TCPA compliance and CAN Spam Act compliance. These last two are very important, especially if you plan to run paid ads. Facebook will ban your account if they find out you don't have these two on your site. So, start out with privacy policy. There's a free resource online called Privacy Policy Generator. Look that up on Google, make yourself a privacy policy, and you can make a new page for it on your website, and you can link it in the footer. Number 2, the terms of service policy. There's also a free resource online. Just look up free terms of service agreement or policy on there online on Google, and plug in a few things. It should make you one pretty easily. Same thing, put that in the footer. Now, TCPA compliance. Look this up on Google. Ask AI, ask ChatGPT. Make sure that this is compliant. Also put it in your footer. CAN Spam Act. You can include this in the TCPA, the same page. Make sure that you have these two together. Use Google. There's plenty of free resources out there so that you can make sure you are compliant. One other thing that's, I don't know where it's at as far as legislation, but there's a new thing called the accessibility agreement. I'm pretty sure it's for people who are blind or people who are deaf, for them to access your website and be able to navigate it. I'm not sure the laws around this. Look that up if you want to be safe. The one key takeaway here is that your website is not here to be pretty. It's not here to win awards. It's here to be a 24-hour digital salesperson and work for you. All right. This was episode 1 of the free training. We've got many more episodes. We're just getting started. This is a full free training. I'm giving away all the sauce that my clients pay for, and I'm giving it to you for free. If you're willing to put in the work, here it is. Watch the next video.